All right. Happy New Year and welcome to this Crystallize live stream. Today we will actually do some live vibe coding with Lovable to build a fully functional e-commerce storefront. That's the goal. Since we're going to do some coding, Vasilis here, lead frontend here at Crystallize.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year, and let's get some good vibe going on here.
And the question is really, should we stop writing boilerplate code and start vibe coding instead, or at least to figure out where we stand today in terms of the level of code and how things actually work. So I suggest we just jump straight into it.
Yep.
We'll divide it into a couple of steps where we've prepared a few prompts. Let's see how well they work. But basically, let's do the first one. And I'm just going to paste this in here and we'll go through it. Because essentially, we're talking about the first step is to have an e-commerce listing page for vinyl records. Mm-hmm. It needs to be paginated. The record covers should be clickable. And once clicked, we should go to the product details page. We specify that the images are responsive. So we provide different sizes. We have 2 API endpoints, which is essentially querying Crystallize, which is headless e-commerce backend, where you basically will be able to get information about records, which is what we have in this catalog. And we provided this, Vasil, here. So we provided
a way to fetch them, to get them from Crystallize.
Exactly.
And yeah, this is using Discovery API. As you can see here on the screen, we have a query from Discovery, where here at the top, we are asking for all the products inside the vinyl rock, and then we fetch everything what is inside. And this list is paginated. Here we are fetching just the first 20, skipping, of course, 0, because this is just the first batch that we want to get. And then we have also the total hits under the summary. And then we know how many pages we have, so we can display the pagination based on different pages. And what you see here below under the hits, this is actually the actual products that what we're going to get. And in this case, the API is, as you can see, the GraphQL query is very semantic. It gives us like very descriptive, right? It gives us all information like what is title, what is description, what are the variant images with width and height, and all the details. So even the AI, when it looks at it, it can easily understand what is what in this query, and then knows where to place it, right? What is title should be on the top, description goes below, and all of that. So just reading the query, you already know what you get. This is the most important part.
Yeah. And as we said, we provided some images, max width 1200, and some URLs and width and height. So those were kind of the API instructions that we sent. Mm-hmm. And we also gave some art direction, make the design 90s style grunge combined with the modern twist, whatever that means. I don't know. So now it's building out this, and it done some design direction, deep charcoal, cream of white, burnt orange, accents, muted greens, bold rough display font. Yeah. Vinyl spin on hover, smooth page transitions. Okay, it decided to have animations. That's okay.
Yeah.
And again, we didn't really provide too much context on the direction here. So we give a lot of freedom, basically, to the AI in this case. Let's see what we have. Houston, we have a problem. Working to return it. Okay. So that was never seen that before, but that was a crash at Lovable. Yeah. No deploy found. Okay, that's interesting. Can likely be fixed by making an edit to the project. This did not work.
Let's see. That's very interesting. Oh, okay. We got something.
Okay. So was an outage, it seemed, somehow at Lovable. We'll just bypass that because we have some.
Wow.
results
Okay.
here.
This looks nice.
We have a list. We have a paginated list. It scrolls to the top.
Wow, it seems it works even. Yeah, let's go to the last page.
Oh, Ramones. Hey.
Okay.
Artist and track list. Yeah. That's
The logo is animated. I mean, when you look at it from technical perspective, what we wanted here were 2 pages. The first one is listing all the products with pagination, and as we tested, the pagination works, the listing works, even the image quality looks decent. And then when we click on one of the products, it's navigate to the second page that we asked, and this is the product detail page where we get more information about the product and option to add it to the cart, which I think this is exactly what we asked.
yeah.
And I think it looks decent. It's not that I'm a very good designer here though, but
Yeah, you're okay. So, but at least it did what we'll just everybody pretend that crash at Lovable didn't happen, and we don't represent Lovable, so we don't really care. But next step now, it's basically okay. We have the listing. The add to cart button doesn't work.
No.
It's not that it shouldn't work, but let's tell it to make it work. So let's do another prompt. And here we're basically saying that we would like to have a cart. We want to use the Crystallize shop API for this. We're referring to the documentation. So it's fetching the documentation, fetching also the graphical schema that we're asking it to check, because Crystallize is strongly typed structured APIs. And then we explain the step is we hydrate the cart, and then we keep the ID of the cart for the initial hydration, store it in the cookie so that we can reuse it, and that it uses authentication bearer for this API. So it asks us to enable cloud. That's okay. And we also referred to this checkout flow documentation in Crystallize, where we said basically check out the documentation, as well as we said that we need to provide a token to securely access the APIs. It actually is asking me here for the token. Boom. Yep. Submit the secret. And I just had a token laying around. So let's see where we are now. So we have the secret, etc. Yeah. So it's.
Shall we look at maybe a little bit again at the checkout flow documentation and shop API until the AI is thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say here, we are just listing the kind of the steps that we need to go through the checkout. Starting first with hydrating a cart, then keeping that ID into either session storage or cookie or wherever it works best for you. And then during the process of adding and removing products, you're just hydrating the cart. And when the checkout starts, we add customer information to the cart, and then we place the cart, which means we lock the cart, so the cart cannot be changed any longer. And this is exactly the place where you are initiating your payment, right? So if something happens in between, we know that the cart is locked and is not going to be changed. And then once the payment is completed, we move to the cart into completed state. So this is everything that is listed here. And then we create, as part of this, we also create the order from the cart. And this is the steps that we want the AI to follow in a way, right? That's why kind of providing this documentation, I think it's very useful in this case.
Yeah.
And then here we have the actual shop API. As we said, this is authenticated. It's restricted, right? It requires a bearer token. And then we provided that to the AI. It's over here, as you can see at the bottom. And during the hydration process, there are a few things that we can do. We can add customer information. And this is what you see here at the top. If the user is logged in, we know which is the user. Or if it's a guest, we can ask for a name and so on. Then we have a context that we can provide to the cart, and this is like the language, the pricing, which is what's the default price, the fallback, how many decimal places, how to calculate taxes, a lot of different things that you can specify here, which are used in the calculations, right, of the cart. And then the final step is to provide your items or the SKUs of the items that go into your cart together with the quantity. And then all the rest is taken by Shop API to calculate the discounts, to calculate the total price, the taxes, and all of that is just done for you. So just you can grab that data and display it on your storefront.
Yeah, and this is what we provided, and it's not like you have to know the APIs here, but you have to provide it and instruct the AI so that it can understand how to use it. But with these examples and the documentation, it should be enough of information to figure out how things actually are connected for Lovable. But let's see. So here it's got the front end with the cart context. It's got the cart drawer. The header is updated with the cart, and product detail add to cart button is now functional.
Nice.
So if I do add to cart button, it's not working.
Let's see what is the problem.
Show the log, runtime, not applicable, unknown type ID. And what we could do then, please try to fix the error.
But here we see that we have an empty state for the cart. We have some basic error handling. So I think this is, it's not only building the happy part, but the AI is kind of trying to think around the edge cases or kind of the not happy parts in this case, which is quite good actually. We didn't even ask for it.
Yeah, and also, so that's the more you provide, the better, of course. But here it says free shipping on orders over $50. Sure, there are things you need to specify for it to be taken into account. If not, it will do assumptions based on previous experience, right? What the others have done.
Yeah.
So now it fixed the type. Try clicking add to cart again, and the cart drawer should now open with an item, and it does not.
The cart
So
was that a string type? Maybe let's see. I'm gonna figure out that it's a UID maybe. Yeah, expects UID, cart ID, not string. That's good.
Yeah, it's good that it figures it out based on the error. String to UID, cart ID, and this is okay. It should have maybe we need to reload. I don't think we have to reload, but let's see if that did the trick. Is it some warm up on the Lovable server functions? No. Try to fix again. It's strange. We did a try run earlier with the checkout, and it didn't have this issue with creating the cart. We have analytics in Crystallize on cart and the cart API. We see that there's nothing being created here, so it seems like it's not properly connected. Let's see if we get some more information. Add function returned error. Output validation error. Stack not applicable. Okay, that didn't give me any information.
Should we take a look at the engineering kind of part of it, and it's like what's the decisions that the AI decided to use to do about the language, the technology, and all of that? Starting maybe the package JSON here. So what we see here, this is interesting, right? So the libraries that the AI decided to use. So first is here we're starting with a bunch of Radix UI components. Like popover, select, separator, slider. You see, there are a bunch of components which I don't think that the AI is using all of them at the same time. Maybe they're just added and eventually later they may be used. But this is one thing to consider, right? Like eventually you need to do some cleanup if you want to make your code clean. Tanstack React Query, this is a good choice for making API calls. Then we have React DOM, I see here, so decided to use React together with Tailwind for styling and Zot for validation here at the bottom. So I think the overall the choice of libraries here is modern, up-to-date libraries that are quite known, together with TypeScript, as you can see here, as a dev dependency. So I think overall this is quite standard project, a new project that you would start with these libraries and then you build on top of that. So I think from that perspective, this is good, and it's quite familiar stack, right, for people. React with Tanstack, with TypeScript, Zot. This is all well-known libraries.
Yep.
Maybe we can take a look a little bit on the code structure now to see how is that structured. Okay, so we have source and then have we pages. I guess that's a very familiar pattern from Next.js, right, where we have pages, or these are the different routes. So this should be our product listing page, which is the index page in this case. And as you can see, it's using header, main. So this is the HTML is it's right. I think the footer, right, is very semantic. This is good. And overall, I don't see anything that really bothers me here. It's a bunch of Tailwind classes, but that's how it works with Tailwind. So that's no surprise there. Here, there seems to be something around images with sizes, main image. This could have been utility function extracted out of the component. Maybe this is something that can be improved, not to clutter that much really the component, but overall that's fine. And then here we see at the bottom, if there is error, we have an error screen, which is good. We handle that error state. And then this is the page itself. I think this is quite normal. Some classes could be extracted into reusable constants, so we don't really go repeating that much these class names all the time. But overall, I think this looks decent. And 2024, I don't know why is all rights reserved. Still living in the 2024, but
that's interesting, and that's also a detail. And I see this quite often also with human developers. Writing copyright to 2024. That should be a variable with the current year, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, let's
see what's going on here.
Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. So let's just refresh this guy, and let's just take another. Let's take Beatles. And let's try add to cart. And let's see. This seems to take some time. What's the error?
Error.
Doesn't give me hydrate. So it's got issues with the hydrate mutation. So where do we think that this would be? So we have the base. This is for the hydrate mutation. So it's got
Isn't it this required? UID, I think, needs the exclamation mark in the end, but or no, because you can hydrate without card. Yes, that's true. Okay, so that's not correct.
Yeah, so this should not be provided
the first time, because there is no card ID.
Exactly. So it should only be provided if you're trying to refresh a current card, which it actually figured out. You should not include ID in the field at all. Because that's only if you want to edit a card.
Existing cards to edit, yeah. Which the first time, of course, it doesn't exist, so you need to.
And here it's got cart ID, and here it's got question hydrate, and here it doesn't have the ID, right? So that's what it did now. Maybe not the most elegant way when we look at the code, but
this could have been a single one-liner to fix that, but let's not judge now.
But in any case,
nice. This is
it
good.
works. We have the images. We have
Toto at the bottom as well, calculating its subtotal. Nice.
Seems to work. Didn't do the calculation, but and essentially what we have here now is we have a product listing page. We have of course, the pagination up to 82 here. We have the product detail page, and we have the add to cart and the cart actions. Maybe we want to get Ramones too. We can check with the if we check on the insights here in Crystallize. So this is a real-time checkout funnel where you will be able to monitor what's going on. And here we see that we have a cart here, which is currently being placed as a guest. And if I click checkout, nothing happens because we haven't done anything on the checkout. Right? So I guess that's the next step. What I would like to check is if I add this, if it adds it to the cart, but it adds a new cart. So this is actually wrong. It adds a new cart for every time. So the cart now works, but it always creates a new cart. The cart ID, UUID, from the initial hydrate, isn't that what we should have? Should be stored in a cookie
and used
for
subsequent requests for all follow-up hydrations or something to that extent. Yes.
So and this is, I mean, it will work like this, but then every time you add something to a cart or hydrate, it will create a new cart. That's not what you want to achieve.
No.
Right? But so far so good. We have the cart. CD issue is not being set. Line 83.
Okay.
Cart. Let me also cookie parsing. Okay. Isn't it just a store cookie? Let's see, because now the test is to add another product. So let's do the white album. That's a legendary album. Yeah. There's some warm up of the server functions for Lovable themes.
Yeah, and because this requires authentication, the request to shop API, it requires edge function, and then the warm up every time after a refresh, it takes a little bit of time, as you can feel it.
Boom, a few seconds ago here, and then if we just do a mutation here, so just increase, for example, I don't know, quantity. We can check if it just increased the quantity here. Okay. So let's do next step, and we can validate if the full round trip actually works. But let's say we would like now to create the next step, which is we want to have the checkout and order confirmation, right?
Checkout with customer information, like who's the customer, and then creating the order and showing the customer and order confirmation. Yeah.
So let's just provide that. So let's add checkout, order confirmation, use the cart ID from the cookie to display the products in the checkout. The customer information should be on the left and the cart contents on the right. And then we just say that you should input customer information with an example part of the mutation. And we want to further then lock the cart, because that means you lock it for further mutations. And then we use the create from cart mutation with reference to the cart ID, and then the order confirmation page. That's what we're asking for.
Yeah.
which is essentially the next steps for the checkout. And in summary here, we have the rock vinyl collection. We have fancy
Yeah.
spinning in. We didn't say anything about that, but that's what we got. And the goal now is to be able to actually place this this order, but also to collect the customer information first.
Yeah.
And if we switch back to the code for a bit,
so what we have here, we saw the pages. I guess that's what's gonna build now. The additional page for the checkout, not there yet. It seems. That is all right, but maybe we can take a look on the components. This is also something, the cart context here, components at the top. So here we see kind of the most common components, cart drawer. And as we discussed in the beginning, we didn't really give any directions of like what language, what styles the AI should use. And as you can see here, we have these components in Pascal case, for example, and then inside the UI, if we take a look at what is in there, we have these reusable components, which are, I think they're in a kebab case. So we can give the AI some guidelines of how we want this to be structured and how this we want this to be built. And this is quite normal process. As if you start a new project, you want to have some coding guidelines of how things should look and work. But overall, we see there on the order confirmation page just popped up right now. I guess it's in the buildings. With some additional use navigation. So it's going to navigate, I guess, after creating the after clicking the checkout. So there are a lot of things going on in this component. I would probably extract big part of this and put it into some utility function. But even like that, it's totally all right. Again, the HTML is semantic. See here, there is the main H1. It follows some structure, the cart header. These are all the inputs for the customer information. And to really, when you look at the code, I wouldn't say that is really terribly wrong. And as Bort kind of said, this the AI is improving a lot. And I definitely think that this now is getting closer to what people are gonna write, actually.
Yeah. And let's see, did we start with an error here?
Did something about the context. I think this something that the AI quite common. Yes. This we've seen this mistake quite often. So in React, if you want to use something that relies on a provider which sets the context, it needs to be inside that provider, right? And what the AI did in this case, try to use navigation from the cart, which lives outside the browser router provider. And then that throws error. And this is something actually very hard to debug and to track, because there is no direct link between the usage and the provider. And this is, I guess, this also the developers are quite often they make this mistake. So I wouldn't really blame the AI for this, especially that you see it took like 5 seconds to fix it.
Yeah. So we've seen that error before, and I would say that is a non-functional checkout.
That takes you to a wrong place, it seems. It should be not.
Clicking the checkout takes me to the product. Does not work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a weird move.
But yeah, I think I saw it in the code. Yeah, it was use navigation, and then it was going back to / which is the home. So maybe it should be straightforward fix. Yeah, / checkout. Yeah. So let's see.
Link component. Yeah. So it's checking. Exciting. Will it fix it?
But so far it's kind of built the page, built the the cart handling. So let's see the checkout, but the design overall looks good. So
Fixed. The checkout was redirecting because it checked if the cart was empty before it finished. Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
Boom. Awesome. Doesn't work. Okay, so the cart is empty. Adding to the cart. Okay. There's something here. Does not work at all. Because what it should do, right? It should go to checkout. And we're just assuming that the checkout is there and working. No, it's not. So maybe the issue is that the checkout page is not correct.
Yeah, it seems doesn't find any elements and then it redirects back to home. I guess that's what happens here.
Yeah.
Navigate, yes, it's loading. Return. Can you scroll a little bit down? Yeah, navigate over there. I guess if there is no cart, there is no cart items. Navigate to home. Yeah, this is what happens in this case.
Seems like the checkout page does not find the cart. Issues with the cookie?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, the cart, maybe cart ID is not saved in the cookie and is not put after that.
Yeah. I have to wait. Message on console. Boom. Let's see. Because it was then looking in the wrong place, right? It was looking for the redirect, but the issue is most likely, I mean, we don't have the information, but it's most likely, as you said, that cookie was not properly fetched, and then it's navigate to slash because the get cart ID cookie doesn't work.
Yep.
Which is a kind of a correct behavior of the code, right?
Yeah.
I would say that's not, but clear ID cookie, yeah. Cart ID key, vinyl vault cart ID. So is that what it has been using to set the cookie is the question.
Yeah, and then sometimes we can block reading the cookies from JavaScript, right? Because security reasons. So maybe, yeah, if this runs on the client, it's not ideal. It should run on the server, and then the server should return the items back. Right? So I think still the AI needs some learnings to do to make this proper, like 100% proper. I mean.
Yeah. But it's more waiting than if you're not coding yourself, right? It's we've been waiting for somebody else to code, and then they make a mistake, and we have to nudge them forward. So it seems like advanced debugging.
Yeah.
Not advanced even, but problem solving.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting that sometimes you get to see where is the error, but you kind of, should I touch, should I not change it? But it's like not for everyone, right? If you're not a developer, you may not see where is the error, and then you would expect that the AI should just fix it. So let's give it a chance and see how that's going to work.
Yeah. And again, we tried this earlier. It didn't have this issue at all.
No.
So well, the context thing we've seen several times. We've seen some type issues with UID versus string. Even though it's got the schema, probably hasn't read all of it. I don't know. So there's some things that we see have been recurring, but But this one we haven't seen yet.
No.
Because it's having the cart here, right? So, and shop API is that's what we should use on the next page also. So that's a little bit weird because this is functioning, right? And it's using the shop API, and here we have the updated version. Seems like it actually is not creating it seems like it's creating a new cart for every request. That is not ideal.
No. And that's but it's pulling here though. That is interesting.
So it seems like maybe it's pulling the ID but not providing it. So maybe that's an error in the code. So it just fetches it and updates the last, but it does that every time.
Yeah.
So the code to hydrate the cart, which is
I saw it a little bit up. There was a hydrate cart in a use effect, something a little bit more maybe. No, a little bit down. I'm sorry then. Hydrate cart over there. Yeah, this is the whole function is the hydrate.
Yeah.
And then where is the ID? Get cart ID from cookies. There is a function over there, 59, line 59.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy.
Do we have a console here? We don't see the.
No. What's in the console now?
Interesting. But yeah, so that's that seems to be the issue with that, which is something that needs to be fixed.
Cart ID.
Where was the query we just looked at? That was in the
base, a little bit down. Where is the super base functions crystallize? No, down a little bit more. A little bit more. There, index, yeah.
It was
hydration mutation.
Because here we have the hydrate. So it changed that. Always fetching, but the input fields. So it changed the input fields. But does it provide? Where does it provide the cart ID? Variables. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit down because this returns returns the string place mutation. No, it's not that.
So this is interesting. Well, it's thinking longer to figure out what's, but it definitely seems like it is fetching the cart ID twice here, both because it's generating a new cart every time.
Yeah, this is all right. Create order mutation.
Place cart, create order from cart. All of these are okay. I mean, it says the payment status to paid. Okay. But that's kind of next step.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to. Maybe it's already working, but we cannot get to that. Shortcut URL.
But other than that, it looks to be. I mean, it's long.
Yeah.
this code. That's I guess the main thing.
Yeah, but there are a lot of cases here to handle, so maybe that, I guess, makes sense.
But let's see what it manages to get out of this here.
It's kind of strange that it's cannot handle the logic to save cart ID into cookies. I mean, this is quite standard, right? You add something to the cookie and then you read it either on the server, mainly on the server, right? Why would need to do that on the client? That's, I guess, could be improved from the AI.
Yeah. What?
Without even saying anything, but that seems to work.
Oh yeah, no, 3 made. I fixed the checkout since like the. Okay. Open cart, click, boom.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
That
it
is
seems like it fixed this. We have the summary on the right. That's
Ooh,
pretty
yeah.
straightforward summary. We can place the order. And we'll be able to verify also here while if we look at the analytics here. So we can see now. So it doesn't look great.
Okay, something.
Customer cart input, boom, try to fix. Type information.
But the summary looks all right, and the customer information.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, yeah. And then if you refresh here the page, it still keeps everything, the checkout page. Let's see. Because now it needs to fetch from Shop API what's in that cart ID.
Now it's I did a refresh exactly when it loaded, but let's add the white album. Boom, let's do the checkout. John Doe example. I think this is a totally acceptable checkout page for a vinyl store.
Yeah, exactly. I'm also quite happy with the design.
Yeah, you did well there, Vasil. And of course, this is the design without us.
Woo! Order confirmation. How about that?
Yeah, it was about time.
Order ID and everything. Nice.
And here we have it. It's the order is updated. It's placed. If we check in Crystallize, boom, we actually have the order here. We have with the Ramones and the white album and everything. It says paid. We haven't added any payment information yet. There is still an issue that needs to be done with it's hydrating the cart every time. So if we see here, now we have, let's do this as a final check if it's fixed that also. So here I am a guest. I'm doing the checkout, doing some boom. And it's got the tax, the subtotals and everything. And we should be able to then see both the checkout funnel, which is placed without it generating a new cart. And I can continue shopping, and we can check here where the order is now in Crystallize. Yeah, so that was also fixed as part of the run. Fine.
Yeah, this is good. Persists the cart ID. Nice.
Yeah, so, which was, I guess, the main issue there, right? The persistence of the cart ID. So that's it. That's a round trip. There's some ups and downs here, definitely. We were able to build an actual storefront. It has about 1,000 records in this setup here, all using the APIs. Now we've done the main connection between Crystallize, both on the catalog level but also on the order and order confirmation level. And you see now when you do it again, it's much faster because the serverless functions from Lovable needs to boot up. So it's a fast and responsive store once things are up and running. So I would call this a success, Vasil.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. I'm quite surprised, but we achieved the functionality. There were a few back and forth, but the AI managed to fix everything, right? We didn't need to write any single line of code. We were looking at the code, just trying to figure out for ourselves and probably for the engineers out there what's going on. But we didn't really write anything. So, and the design-wise, it looks decent even without any guidelines. So for me, it's also success,
Yeah. High resolution images, source set properly set, fast, responsive with animations and record slider. So thanks for watching. This was Crystallize and Lovable Vibe Coding storefront. It's fully functional and it's a starting point. You can extend it as you wish. Pretty simple prompts that we provided with not a lot of details, just describing where to fetch the data, how to manage the cart, how to manage the states, and how to place the orders. That's it that we provided. And we have a fully functional storefront. Next step would be to plug in a Stripe payment, or if it's B2B, you can just use invoicing, depending on your case. But all in all, up to you to decide. Is it quicker to do this with vibe coding, or is it the starting point? At least this is fully functional at this point. So thanks for watching, and subscribe if you liked it, and see you in the next one.
Thanks. Bye.